We are not alone out here.
Listen to my story. Great Scott! No need to panic. Captain Bonnie-Jacks there. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
We get it.
Get ready for an adventure unlike any you've ever seen.
What is that?
Or heard.
My delicate ears can't take it no more.
Prepare yourself for laughter, tears, and moments of neither. Get set for the voice who end all voices. The master of mouth, the king of characterization, prince of pronunciation, the infinite impersonator, the architect of audible, the noun of nouns, the one, the only. Is anybody buying this yet? Ladies and gentlemen of the band, please help me welcome to the stage every voice you've heard and will hear, including this one, is James Arnold.
Thank you so much. Welcome to an unplugged version of Obi Wan and Beyond. Thank you for your patience, everybody. So we had a little technical difficulty. This is live theater. This is it. This is Star Wars Weekends, but this is also a live working theater, and it's the way it happens sometimes. We lost our house lighting and our audio. We got the audio back. We got video still. So it's going to be just an unplugged version. It's James Unplugged. You get to see all the little cracks and crevices of me. It's great. It's exciting. So this is it. Are you guys ready still? You still ready? So normally lights go out. They get all dramatic in places. Just pretend that's happening, okay? I'm going to be seeing you. You're going to be seeing me the whole time. It's going to be fun. Okay, so I am James Arnold Taylor. I'm a voice actor, and I am the voice of Obi Wan Kenobi on Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and it's a great job. I think it's the best job in the world to be a voice actor, and I hope that by the end of the show, you feel the same way, okay? So, but Obi Wan is a very cool character. Let's see if we could, do you think if we summon the Force here, we might be able to get him to come on stage, yes? What is that famous Princess Leia line? What is that she says to Obi Wan Kenobi? You know? Help me, Obi Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. Okay, here's what we do. We summon the Force, all right? And we're all gonna say, Clint, do we have access to some mood music? Okay, you guys ready? And help me, Obi Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope.
Well, hello there. I felt a great disturbance in the Force, as if a whole planet cried out at once. Welcome everyone to Obi Wan and Beyond. Now James, I understand the Obi Wan part of the title, but the rest is beyond me.
Yes, okay, well, see, I'm the voice of a lot of other characters in cartoons, movies, video games, not just you see, so it works out that way.
Really? Well, I always knew the Force was strong with you. I should be watching my hologram from my post here.
Oh, where are you at?
I can't say for fear of the Empire monitoring the signal, but if you think it's hot there with one side, try two. Move along, James. Move along.
Move along, James. Move along. Every time. He gets me every time with that Jedi mind trick. Okay, well, hey, look, I love this. I think that being a voice actor is the greatest job in the world. And you know, the on-camera actors, the people that spend their time in front of cameras, they have it good. They have it pretty good. Fruit platters and all that, and trailers and stuff. But we have it better. Why? Because I can be pretty much anything my voice can be. Anything that they can draw or imagine, and I can produce a voice for, I can be, which is really the most awesome job in the world. Like an 11-year-old kid like Johnny Test,
Or an alien like Master Plo Koon, or Yabba Dabba Doo, Fred Flintstone at 5'4" and 112 pounds.
you know? Nobody would ever guess. So that is the coolest thing about being a voice actor. It's something I've always wanted to be, ever since I was 4 years old. I knew I wanted to be an entertainer. I knew I wanted to do voices. And I would listen to voices, I would watch things and just memorize and practice. The one thing I loved doing was going and checking out from the library these old radio programs. Because radio was really the beginning of so many great things in your imagination, because you just heard it. And you had the sounds and you had all of that. And I would imagine all the time that I was a radio star. And radio really started it for all of us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. WJAT Radio brings you all the entertainment that's fit to voice. Yes, radio is comedy.
We have who's on first, what's on second, and who's on third.
So who's playing first?
Yes.
I mean the fella's name.
Who?
The fella playing first base.
Who is on first?
Well, what are you asking me for? Drama. I love you, Margot.
And I love you, child.
There's someone else, isn't there?
No, child.
No. Then why don't you tell me who this is?
Hello, Margot.
Sports. The champ is looking me in bad shape. The challenger's got him on the ropes. He's giving to the left, and a right, and a left, and a right, and still another left, and another right. Music. Baby, how sweet can be. Like sugar from a candy tree. Honey kisses from the line. News. Daylight, Europe, 1945. The German high command surrendered their forces to the Allies. Hitler's minions have given up the fight. And suspense.
I'm telling you, whatever you do not open that door.
But I must see.
Trust me, nothing can prepare you for what is on the other side.
But I must.
Hello, Margot.
Yes, the world of entertainment at your fingertips through the miracle of radio.
It's still working. Anybody seen the show before? Okay. So is it still okay even without all the bells and whistles? We have an amazing crew here. Let's give it up for them right now. Let them know that it's all right. So I loved studying voices, and I worked very hard. Kids, listen. I studied very hard by watching a lot of cartoons. I did some reading of comic books. But I also made my own comic books. Anybody do that? I would make my own and my own heroes and characters. My hero was called The Sound. He would use sound waves to create alternate realities for the bad guys. And I would sit in my room as a kid and I would draw out these characters and storylines, and I would do all the voices. And being a little kid in his room, it probably looked and sounded like... I have control of all the sounds you hear. I fight crime and pursue justice. I am the sound. Yeah. But, thanks. But see, it was different in my head. And it's much different when there's lighting that can go out. You're gonna see behind the scenes now what happens. Let's see if this looks good at all. But in my head, it was more like this. It's dark. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Yes. What we hear can be reality. I control the frequencies. I can manipulate them at my will. Bending, stretching, and if necessary, breaking the boundaries of all. Evildoers beware. I will find you. I will bring you to justice. I am the Sound. He's not that scary in the light, James. Oh, so see, that's what happens when you're a kid and you're imagining all these things and you're coming up with this stuff in your head. And another thing I loved was puppets. But I loved a particular kind of puppet. Oh, hey, Bert. Now, some of these puppets had voices that sounded like other puppets. Oh, hello, Bert. But it didn't matter, right? They were awesome. Oh, and by the way, Kermit singing Rainbow Connection could pretty much bring the biggest bully on the playground to tears and save me from his wrath. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side?
It's so true.
So see, it was good that I learned voices. In fact, every year, I was always the smallest kid in my class. Do we have a shot of me? Yeah. It was tough. So I had to learn voices, to help. And I found that my voices did help me, because I would recreate what everybody saw on TV the night before, or if they went to the movies or anything. So I was like TiVo for everybody. I was Jackvo. Be very, very quiet. I want to take rabbits.
What's up, Doc?
I'll tell you what's up. It's women season. Girl season. Women season. Women season. Butt season. Fire!
You're traveling to another dimension. Dimension not only of sight and sound, but
Flight call, I can't hold it. She's breaking up,
Steve Austin, astronaut, a man barely alive. Gentlemen, can we build it? You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
Sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Kid, get us out of here.
I'm sorry, Michael. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Bond. Kids. Snakes. Why do it have to be snakes?
E.T. Phone. Home. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Your powers are weaker now.
You can't win, Doc. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly.
Oh, wait a second, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Like a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you gotta build a time machine into a car, I want to do it some style. Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal. Look out!
Whoa, this is heavy. So at the age of 16, I took all this talking to myself to the stage as a stand-up comic, and I loved it. And at 17, I got into radio and then became a disc jockey, and it was great fun to look at my hair. And by the time I was in my 20s, I built my own home recording studio and I started my own voiceover production company. Now, one of my very first clients was Moviefone. And I don't know if anybody knows Moviefone. You used to call it to find out what was playing at the theater, right? And so I would do their trailers. And one time they asked me to come up with a trailer for Jurassic Park 2, which was about to come out. They needed the sound of a T-Rex stomping up and letting out a thunderous howl. But they didn't have any of the sound from the movie yet. And so they needed me to do it. So I used what I had, my voice, and my lunch, and a multi-track recorder, and some effects. And I think we can still do this, right, Clint? You're good. Okay, great. So with a little vocal processing, a bag of chips filled with some old audio tape, that tells you how old I am. See, this created the sound of the leaves and everything there. And then this was the crunching of the feet. For the footsteps, right? Then I took my cup, and I took a vocal processor, and I pitched my voice way down, like about there. Good job. Okay. And let's see if we can still produce this. Okay.
James, are you all right? I thought I heard the zero beast.
No, I'm okay. It's just me talking to myself, Obi Wan.
Good. I was going to say,
You have a bad feeling about this?
yes, but I believe there's a quota on that line in this show, but I want to say it before it really matters.
Yeah. Understand. Okay, well, see, the life of a voice actor is always kind of expecting the unexpected. That's why tonight, for me, actually, this is fun that we get to do it like this, because it's always about that, just being on the fly. You know, you never know what's going to happen. And when you walk into a booth to audition, it's a big thing. You go, what are they going to want? Even if it's a simple line, you never know what to expect from them. And in an audition like that, you've got to be ready to give them whatever they ask for.
Okay, James, make yourself comfortable. We want you to sound very real, casual, conversational. We're looking to get this in about 1.7 seconds. Oh, and don't make it too announcer. For this first take, just give us whatever you have in mind, okay?
Okay, great.
Great, we're rolling. Take one.
Use only as directed.
Great. Okay, let's try one a little more conversational.
Use only as directed.
Now more serious.
Use only as directed.
What if we needed it in 3.8 seconds instead of 1.7?
Use only as directed.
Okay, now stretch it out, but go back to 1.7 seconds.
Use only as directed.
How about with a German accent?
Use only as directed.
New York, maybe?
Hey, use only as directed. What?
British?
Use only as directed.
How about French?
Is only eyes directed.
Romanian?
Directed, use only.
What would a woman sound like?
Use only as directed.
Whisper.
Use only as directed.
Then more staccato.
Use only as directed.
How about a real announcery voice?
Use only as directed.
Now energize it.
Use only as directed.
Bigger and faster.
Use only as directed.
Faster and bigger.
Use only as directed.
Bigger.
Use only as directed.
Sounds real good, James. You know, we're actually thinking we're going to go with your first take. Thanks for coming in.
Now you know why it's a padded room. But I gotta tell you, you know, one of the things I love about voice acting is something I never in a million years would have imagined I'd be doing when I was a kid. And that's video games. People like video games, yeah? Well, see, I would never expect that because when I was a kid, video games looked like this. I mean, you know, what am I gonna like? Yeah. Not a lot to do vocally there, but video games have changed quite a bit through the years, and I have been very fortunate to be the voice of some very cool characters like Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank, Tidus from Final Fantasy X, Lego Spider-Man, the Silver Surfer, Professor Charles Xavier.
Yes.
Great Scott, young Doc Brown. I'm Hiccup on How to Train Your Dragon. Oh, and I'm also Fish Lakes, Prince Charming, Gingerbread Man. And I'm also Arthur in the Shrek games.
The voice of all the minions.
Harry Falling Transformers.
Pretty cool. Here's the other thing about a voice actor's job. Why is it so much cooler? Well, because we can be so many different people in so many different places in a single day. The average day in the life of a voice actor. See, we're heard but not seen. I can start my day by driving out to Burbank at Disney and be the voice of the skull at the attraction right here, The Legend of Captain Jack Sparrow. Have you seen it yet? I'm the skull there.
You know the words, sing this song with me. A pirate's life for me. We pillage, we plunder, we rifle, we loot, trick up me, hard as your hoe. We kidnap and ravage, we don't give up, trick up me, hard as your hoe.
Then I've got to race over to Santa Monica to be the voice of one of those movie trailer guys. Critics are calling it so-so. Not one of this year's best. Then I could go over to Studio City to do a voice for Doc McStuffin, say, and redo the lines. That's ADR, automatic dialogue replacement. Thanks, Doc. I'm ready to get back to playtime. Then I gotta go over to my home studio and patch in on the ISDN line for a quick promo for Fox.
Animation Domination's all new Sunday, 7, 6 Central on Fox.
Then I've got to yabba dabba do it all the way over to Hollywood to do the voice of two of my favorite cartoon characters that are on cereal commercials.
Yeah, but they were different. Flintstones, Barney.
And the strawberry mini wheat. Hey guys, a little family reunion. Then I've got to go over to Century City and do what we call a tag, also known as the voice that comes out at the end of the commercial says a bunch of stuff you never understand because it's talking so fast. Offer expires November 30th. See store for details. Batteries not included. Extra sold 70 cents. Require revenue. I see. Border to prohibit use only as directed. Okay. But then you gotta fight LA traffic just to make it all the way home, so you can start all over again the next day. But it's great fun and it's all in a day's work for a voice actor. So you can see there's all sorts of different types of voice actors and voice acting and ways of doing it, recording. Say you're doing an animated show like we did the Clone Wars, well, you're usually in the studio with the rest of the cast reading all together like an old-time radio play.
Look, it's Kenobi.
Oh, terribly sorry,
Master Obi Wan, look out!
Freeze, Jedi scum.
I have a bad feeling about this. Now, if you're doing an animated feature film, it's different. It's just you and the director of the studio reading all the lines together.
Scene 4, take 9. Please, don't leave me. You mean everything to me.
And you mean everything to me. I love you.
Oh, and I love you too. And cut.
Yeah, okay, so you may never even meet your co-stars. As a voice actor, I've worked with some of Hollywood's biggest names, but rarely are we in a room together or do we even meet. But if you're doing, say, a radio commercial, you're usually in with the rest of the actors.
Hey, Bob, what's wrong?
Oh, it's this headache.
Well, here, try this.
Use only as directed.
That's my line. Okay, look, if you're doing a narration, you're alone. A promo or a video, you're alone. A video game, alone again. Naturally. Oh, you also have to know your tools, your equipment, the microphone, and the headphones. So you can't get into the studio and be startled by the sound of your own voice in the headphones.
That's me. I sound so high-pitched.
You ever have that happen when you get in? You see, generally we all hear ourselves bigger, deeper, with more bass than everybody else is hearing us because we hear ourselves through our own heads. It's a great bass cabinet, not just our ears.
Hey, baby. Yeah, that's more like it.
So you can't be surprised when you hear yourself and then move away from the microphone and not be so loud. Oh, and speaking of loud, you can't wear loud clothing. Like a finely starched shirt, a leather jacket, or pants, jiggly jewelry, or worst of all, squeaky shoes. Yeah, you don't want to have a smacky sounding mouth or plosive P's, T's, or B's, or sibilant S's. And when you say words that start with those letters, slightly turn your head away from the microphone. Or you can hold a pencil in front of your mouth, which you can also use as a sound effect for chattering teeth, which is appropriate because most studios are freezing. Look, you don't want to be too close to the mic, but also not too far. If you're going to yell, you slightly move away. If you're going to whisper, you just lean in a little. You just have to know and enjoy the dance with your partner, the microphone.
Hiss, you stink!
What did you say?
That's like us in hissing!
Okay, I'm doing a show here. I'm in the middle of it now, and maybe you could just stop that, please? Yeah.
Oh, you're in the middle of something, but I wouldn't call it a show!
I think we have a heckler in the crowd, and the lights are up so I can see you.
What are you to do?
Okay, I'll find you. Okay, where are you?
Not even close!
No? Okay, okay. No?
I'm over here!
How are you over here? I'm right here. Wrong again. Okay, where are you? It's not you, right? Let's be good. Is it you?
That's Mr. Johnny Testing You, and you'll never find me because I am the sound of Johnny Test Voice.
Wait a second. Okay, so how are you? I'm the sound of Johnny Test's voice. How are you doing that, Johnny? I don't understand it.
Oh, I borrowed my genius twin sister's latest experiment, the Vocal Extractor 2000. So now, I'm just a voice.
Johnny, your shadow is showing.
Huh? Ooh, don't look. Well, they did say there could be some side effects, but hey, look, Mom, I'm on TV.
Okay. All right, stop it.
Oh, yeah, I'm on TV.
Okay, now I gotta get you back into my throat and back on with the show, okay? We've had enough problems.
How do you plan on doing that, voice boy? You don't have a Vocal Extractor 2000.
No, but there's an app for that. Here comes Johnny. Flashing lights. No? Okay, now to put you back in my throat. It's not going to be very dramatic.
Go back in your throat. You're old like my dad.
All right. Oh, flashing lights. I'm crazy, man. Awesome. Okay. We did it, guys. Oh. You work on things and then you go, well, that's all right, it's life's stage. So, I am the voice of Johnny Test, for those of you that may not have known, but I'm also the voice of a lot of other characters on the show Johnny Test. And so, a regular recording session for Johnny might look like and sound like this.
Imagine a voiceover that could actually turn a boring old day into an exciting movie. Stand back, citizens, for this looks like a job for Johnny X.
Johnny X, I, Dark Demon, will destroy you.
Man, is it hard to breathe with this mask on.
And you'll need some help from me, Mr. Mittens.
And me, the Beekeeper.
Help!
Pork Belly is under attack by bad guys. But who are these super evil villains and where in the world was Johnny X and say was? More on that from a word from our sponsor.
I've got people try my piles of honey balls.
So are you guys gonna like take over the universe or the world or something?
Don't know yet. We're kicking around some ideas.
Ooh, I like Johnny's suggestion of taking over the world. Anyone else taking over the world?
You know, you're right, James. It's much harder than I thought. I'll just leave all the voice acting to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well done, James. No doubt all that experience prepared you for your greatest voice challenge.
Oh, Fred Flintstone. Yes, great story. Let me know.
No,
Leonardo the Ninja Turtle?
no. I was referring to a certain Jedi.
Oh, of course. Plo Koon. How could I forget Plo Koon? That was great.
Between you and Anakin, why do I bother?
Okay, well, you know, for those of you that may not know, Plo Koon is another Jedi in the world of Star Wars. And on Star Wars The Clone Wars, I was the voice of him as well as Obi Wan. And it was a great honor for me to do that because our director on the show, Dave Filoni's favorite character is Plo Koon. So it's very, very cool for me to get to do that. Now, when we came in and first tried to decide on a voice, Dave said, I want you to think of one person in particular, and that was Gandalf. That's right, he wanted an Ian McKellen sound. With a voice like that, you know, it's hard to not sound important with everything you say. In fact, they say that a great thespian can read just about anything and make it sound dramatic and exciting and compelling, from like the phone book to, well, I guess speaker instructions.
Stereo speaker installation. Whilst connecting the left and right speaker interfaces, one must be certain to make the connections properly. For if the cords are not firmly plugged in, no sound shall pass!
We don't need lighting to be dramatic. We can still be dramatic. Oh boy, I love Plo Koon. I love voicing Plo Koon. I love voicing Obi Wan Kenobi. And on Clone Wars, I had such a pleasure of boy, it was 9 years of my life, almost 10 years voicing him on that particular show. And I got to voice a lot of other characters on the show as well. And in the clip you're about to see, every voice you hear is me. And hopefully, you never knew that. So watch and enjoy.
What's your pleasure?
Can I help you?
May I help you?
Chifasi Manchucho.
You're going to release us and hunt us down for sport.
Try to keep up, clone.
This one was faster than most. I've lost the scent.
Hope this not arrive soon. The entire Battle garrison will be wiped out. Time for the Jedi to meet with this fatal accident. I guess things could be worse. Though I'm not sure how.
Take them to interrogation. Torture them slowly.
The Assembly has decided that the actions of Chen were out of order.
You're looking a little too young to be a Jedi.
1,000 apologies, young one.
What's this? What are you reaching for?
Stand up!
You can't take us all, Jedi.
Would you like to try and prove your theory?
I'm celebrating the death of a Jedi.
I have a bad feeling about this.
May the Force be with you.
Good? Like it? You will always be my favorite audience. Obi Wan Kenobi. Hello there. Obi Wan. Now that's a name I hear quite a lot. Actually, you know, I never could have imagined that when I was 7 years old and I first saw Star Wars back in a drive-in movie theater in San Jose, that when Luke Skywalker asks old Ben Kenobi if, that I'd someday get to say, of course I know. He's me. You know, my journey with Obi Wan started back in 2002 for the micro series of the Clone Wars. I don't know if anybody ever saw that. Really great piece. And I was asked to, voice double Ewan McGregor's voice. So I went into my little padded room at home. I got all my Ewan McGregor sound bites and I listened to him and I repeated after him.
Hello there.
Hello there. This is Obi Wan Kenobi. This is Obi Wan Kenobi.
Good job.
Thanks. Good job. Yeah, so, the folks at Lucas thought I did do a pretty good job, and they asked me to stick around and voice him for other things. I got to voice him in the Revenge of the Sith video game as well, which was great because we had to recreate all the scenes from the movies as well. There was one in particular that really locked me in as his double for all of them for the long term, and it's my favorite scene. And let's take a look at it here.
You are the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness! You're my brother, Anakin! I loved you!
Great scene, huh? So while my journey as Obi-Wan started as a double for Ewan McGregor, I've actually portrayed Obi-Wan more than any other actor for the last 13 years. I even got to suit up as him in a fan-made film called Hughes the Force that combined John Hughes films and Star Wars, which was great fun. But in the 9 years of making Clone Wars, it was great because Dave Filoni and George Lucas were really always there to say to all of us cast members to make the characters our own. And we did our best to do that. I found that fans like yourselves have all been so kind to say that when they hear Obi-Wan in their heads now, they hear me sometimes, and I think that's a pretty cool thing. I've been very fortunate to do this character, and I love when I get to go out and meet, like, the younglings there, and I say to them, do you know what Obi-Wan Kenobi and I have in common? Why, we share the same voice. There you go, my friend. Obi-Wan Kenobi shares a very, very dear place in my heart as an actor and as a fan of Star Wars, and I gotta tell you, there's nothing better than stepping into a voiceover booth, getting on the microphone and getting to say those words. The Force will be with you, always. Okay. We made it. We're getting close. We're getting close. Just want to get you to be able to get to that fireworks show because I got to be there too. Well, so much of my work as a voice actor is also doubling celebrities when they're not available. So if, say, Johnny Depp isn't available to come in and do his voice, I might fill in for him. Ewan McGregor, I might fill in for him. Justin Timberlake, all these different people. And so I love it. I study people's voices all the time. So if I'm talking to you at an autograph session, I'm actually listening to your voice. So if I start doing you soon, watch out. But what I have found is that all voices are tones. And just by making little alterations in your own voice, you can find a lot of different famous voices in there, okay? So for anybody that does voices, think about that and watch. I'm going to give you a little demonstration if you want it, yes? Okay, so let's start with just my regular voice. Yeah, my regular voice, okay. Well, okay, if we start right about here, say, and we take it up a little, and we make it a little nasal, and a little more there, and then we add a little attitude. We might get Michael Emerson. You know Michael Emerson? He was on Lost. Remember? Yeah. He played Benjamin Linus. He had such a way of talking that everything he said sounded a little creepy and
does let off. Now, if you take the creep out and make it a little more folksy and friendly, you get Ron Howard. Lose the folk and give it some soul, now it's Justin Timberlake, and it's becoming like a social network of voices. Use some wizardry and a British accent, you get it. Daniel Radcliffe. Lay it back, give it a twang, alright. Shift it over just a little, and it's Heath Ledger's the Joker. He completes me. Push it over to the front of your mouth, and you get Christian Slater, who, if you take and drop down and tone, is Jack Nicholson. You raise it back up and seem less interested, and it's David Spade, and you are, I'm McLovin, and I totally sound like, oh, wait a second, Doc, it's me again, Michael J. Fox, this is heavy, so let's take it and drop it down in tones, and it's Shia LaBeouf. Oh, wait a second, Optimus, you need to tell me that my car is a robot? Well, this is like unbelievable. No, I gotta tell Sam because it's crazy. The way his voice is intertwined, you know. The way I break up my sentence structure is not that dissimilar to a smarter than the average bear. You lucky boy.
Hey, Fred, you know there, Sammy. To properly connect the voices there, you just gotta... It's in the hole. Gunga. Wait. You talking to me, Gunga? Huh? You talking to me? Well, if I'm curt with you, I'm sorry. It's just... I love you, Spartacus. Oh, and I love you too. Wait a minute, dum-dum. You sound like me. All right, nobody panic.
Panic's my middle name. You and me both. Oh, Yogi, I'm gonna have to tell Mr. Ranger, and he's gonna come on that run off from Camera Fuels. Oh, yeah, like a Kansas spinach. Well, blow me down and hoo-ha,
Okay. You ever notice Al Pacino slowly turning into Jeremy Natalski from Taxi? Okay. I mean, great Scott! There's a direct correlation between voices. This is temporal experiment number 1. If you take Dr. Emmett Brown and teach him karate, you get Hong Kong Fooey. Number 1 super guy. Give him a British accent and you might find John Hurt hiding in there. Now you take his voice, take away the British accent, bring it in a little more control, and you might find Alec Baldwin there. If you take and drop down a tone, it's Christian Bale as Batman. Take him down to almost a whisper, and it's Jack Palance. Actually, I think it's Eastwood Punk. Well, go ahead, make my voice. It depends on your definition of the word voice. You give mine a surfer twang, you might find Nicolas Cage hiding in there, who always seems to start a sentence here, but by the end he's really hot and way up here. He's kind of crazy like Frank Caliendo doing John Madden.
Or Dana Carvey doing Regis Philbin. He's out of control. Not gonna do Dana Carvey doing George Bush would be rude. No one would get it. Gonna do Dana Carvey doing Johnny Carson. All right? But if I want to do the real Johnny Carson, I gotta drop my voice down in tone to right about there. Hi-ho, we've got a great show for you tonight. No, just no hi-ho. Take a rum, and I'm a farmer. If you leave it over, you're a trumpet, I'm a trumpeteer.
Oh, dear, yes. Oh, this is making me madder than the Hatter Alice. That's funny with the mats and the hats and the wool. Funny how? Funny like I'm a clown, like I'm here to amuse you, huh? Because I'm not a clown. I'm a chicken hawk, and you're not a chicken.
No, son. You gotta pitch me down, boy. Down to I'm a therapist, but really it is a checkup from Mecca. Because it's an inconvenient truth that life is like a box of chocolates. Chocolates, cool. I like the ones with the peanut. Yeah. Wah-ha-ha-ee-yo. Yeah. Ooh, that's how it starts. And then there's running and screaming.
It's very bad. It's like me in a relationship.
Oh, hey, yeah. Or me playing you in a relationship, huh? Sweet.
Either way, it's a no-win situation. I'm looking for my son Nemo, and I'm trying to train my dragon. We sound the same, so let's move our voices sideways, and you get Paul Giamatti. Or is it Paul Risey? You know what I'm saying? But the real question is, who are these people? So it's like high school, all these crazy voices like blend together.
Tricky is yes, near and far. Right, Ricky. Did you say tricky? Because I gotta tell you, I get no respect at all. Oh yeah, but if I give that beat, great. Guess who? Yeah, but don't. Oh, yeah. Oh, very, very good. Oh, hey, I must say this whole thing is making me mental. Oh, gosh, that's about right. Spock, Scotty, Sue.
Judy. Get me off this crazy thing.
I was thinking of flying into hide in the...
Heavens to Murgatroyd, it stings the lifting for him.
Well, alrighty then.
Ring it around town. Okay.
You know, matter of fact, we got a great show for you tonight, but that's all the time we have, so...
That's all, folks.
Well, now I'm impressed. However, I think it wise to wrap it up and end on this high note. You know, spending time with you, James, has made time at Vatican seem almost dull. It appears my transmission is breaking up. Enjoy the rest of Star Wars weekends, everyone. And may the Force be with you. Always.
Thank you, Master Obi Wan. May the Force be with you as well. Okay, well, did you have a good time? Okay, well, that's part one. I got 200 more, and I'm going to do Oh, boy, this has been fun. Very different. Now, if you do get a chance to come back, and we have all the lights and bells and whistles, I hope you do, because it'll be a different experience. You can say, I saw the unplugged rehearse version, kind of, and then I got the whole other thing. But again, I really appreciate you all sticking around and doing this, but go ahead and hit that last video. This has been, you know, such a great journey for me as a voice actor. This life of mine, this whole thing of wanting to perform and entertain for people, and I've been very blessed to be some pretty iconic, cool characters as well throughout my career. But it started as just a little kid in his room, making voices, talking to himself, and I've been very fortunate to do that. But I think also what happens is we see people that are celebrities or people that are in the limelight, and we think, oh, their lives are just this, and they probably don't really have any problems because they've got this and that and the other. And I got to tell you, February 13th of 2005 was one of those days where I was not feeling the love about my career or my life, because I lost something on that day that I never thought I could lose. I lost my voice. So my wife and I had bought a new house because we were about to adopt our daughter from China. And this house had black toxic mold growing in the walls, and I got very, very sick. I went from about 135 pounds down to 96 pounds. I got massive laryngitis, throat infections, immune disorders that I still have to this day, and it really affected me, and it caused all sorts of problems in my life. And I thought, why is this happening? What's up? And I thought maybe I shouldn't do this anymore. Maybe I'm supposed to be doing something else. But I thought, no, I love this. This is what I want to do. So I found new options. I found a different diet. I found all sorts of different ways to live and treat this situation and get stronger and better and build. And that's the point, build. So whatever you're going through right now, build off of it. Use it. Use it to your advantage. We used it to our advantage, and we got healthier and healthier. And here we were, getting our little girl in China. And then now it's 9 years later, and we're all happy and healthy, and it's all behind us. And that's the thing you don't see sometimes, right? You don't see those things when you're in the middle of it. But there's something really cool about February 13th, 2005, because I thought, well, this date, this is one that's going to live in infamy for me. But actually, it was turned around for good, because February 13th, 2005, I found out 6 months later, was also the day my daughter was born. So it was a day that I said a little prayer of like, what's up? And I got an answer 6 months later to say, it's all good. And sometimes those challenges that we're going through, whatever you're going through right now, it's all good. I'm here to tell you, it's all good. It's going to work itself out. Because we don't always know what the journey is going to end like. And we don't know why we're going through it. But you know what? I can tell you why you're going through it, to make you stronger, to make you more prepared for life's challenges, to make you a happier, healthier, more fulfilled person if you embrace that. You wake up in the morning and you look at this challenge and you go, man, I don't want to do it. I can look at this and go,
The show is over. We have no lights. I will not go on.
but I'm like, no, let's have fun with it. That's what you gotta do. When you hit a struggle, when you hit a wall in life, have fun. Enjoy life. That's why we're all here at the happiest place on earth, right? Now these quotes are ones that I'm inspired by. They're things that I look at and I go, yeah, this is it. These are people that accomplish so much. So whenever you're down, have a friend that is gonna be there to encourage you. Write your dreams down. Make a journal of it. I wrote a book about it. You can even get it, but I'm not selling it now, I'm just telling you. I'm not gonna turn into Tom Cruise in a movie, okay? This is life. It happens. Embrace it, love it, endure, and you will come through the other side so much stronger. I'm telling you the truth. So, you heard a lot of different things today, and you were very patient with us, and there was a lot of different characters you saw today, and a lot of different voices you heard today. And you may be going, wow, that's really cool, but think about it. It was all actually just one man with one throat, but it was
Many voices. You have been witness to the local daredevil, the magician of mimicry, the little guy in the little padded room with the big voice.
talking to himself. Thank you all so much for sitting through it with me. Did you have a good time? Are you going to see the fireworks? They're going to be fantastic. 9:30, we're going to summon the force. We're going to have a fireworks finale.
Oh, I didn't. How does that